I think you can divide the entire crypto world into crypto assets and crypto applications. And so crypto asset networks are meant to store a long duration safe haven asset for a decade, a century, a millennium. And Bitcoin is, of course, the leader in that space. I think crypto application networks are meant to do lots of different things. It might be DeFi, it might be NFT, it might be operate stable coins or provide very flexible application rails. Ethereum clearly is the leader in that space. I think that there's a whole set of investors that are interested in investing in applications. That would be different than the class of investors that are looking for an asset. For example, corporate treasurers or widows and orphans insurance funds, they just want to store their money for 100 years and they don't want complications. But, you know, the world's full of tech investors and venture capital investors that are always looking for the latest, greatest, cool thing. I think that, from my point of view, the application space it's going to be a bit riskier because of more centralization, more complexity, and more competition in the space. But, you know, that means that there'll be higher highs, lower lows. And I don't think it's appropriate for a corporate treasury, and it's not really appropriate for us. Our business is to acquire and to hold Bitcoin. I think that crypto applications would be appropriate for crypto venture funds and crypto-specific technology investors. I really don't. I prefer not to opine on things that I am not an expert in. And I have a lot of very strong opinions about crypto asset networks and the right architecture for a crypto asset network. For example, I think that a proof of work architecture is appropriate, if not critical, for a good crypto asset network. I don't have strong opinions about what's the appropriate architecture and then what's the likely outlook in the crypto application space. I think there are too many variables. It's, again, as I said, it's much, much more complicated. I think that there's $500 trillion of monetary assets in the world, split between currencies, bonds, real estate, instruments, equities, precious metals that are being held as money, etc. Most of those are fiat derivatives, and so they derive their value in part or in whole from the expectation of future fiat cash flows. And I think right now in the world, you have a set of strong currencies losing 1% or more of their value a month. That'd be the US dollar and the euro, and everything pegged to the dollar and the euro. And I think you've got a set of weaker currencies losing 2% of their value a month. And then you've got a set of currencies that are collapsing. They're losing 3 to 4% of their value a month. All of the companies and the bonds and the commercial real estate in those economies are, of course, losing their monetary value because the currency that they're valued based upon is weakening. So the Bitcoin standard is all about converting your long-term treasury assets, that is your savings account, from a fiat derivative asset to a non-fiat derivative, a non-sovereign store of value that doesn't derive its value from cash flows in the future. And, you know, the 19th century solution was the gold standard, and the 21st century solution is the Bitcoin standard. And so that's what I mean when I say adopt a Bitcoin standard.
I don't welcome a currency that's so useful to kidnappers and extortionists and so forth, nor do I like just shuffling out a few extra billions and billions and billions of dollars to somebody who just invented a new financial product out of thin air. So I think I should say modestly that I think the whole damn development is disgusting and contrary to the interests of civilization.
I think they're baiting a 97-year-old man, and it's colorful. The mainstream media wanted to comment. They didn't ask him about TikTok, Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, Microsoft. They didn't ask him about any of 100 other